Okay, hey, there we go again, man, for the holidays. Here we are, bud.
Hey, man. Thanksgiving is upon us.
And Amanda is getting ready to make one of the best things. Look at this. Child's great stuffing, homemade stuffing, right?
Homemade, not
Hey, you know what? I drink Kendall Jackson, and it's gotten so expensive. Inflation is it's through the roof right now. And I picked up a bottle of Kendall Jackson at Arlen's yesterday, and it was the cheapest I've seen it in about 2 or 3 years.
No kidding.
I'm not kidding you.
Our friend Dave's doing a good job for us, huh?
Yeah, no, I'm telling you, Kendall Jackson Chardonnay is my favorite Chardonnay.
Well, great. Let's go talk about it. Let's have a drink.
Let's do it.
Cheers. Happy holidays, everyone. Get ready to join us for a great little Thanksgiving dinner. You'll see us preparing everything from the dressing to a cranberry relish to the turkey.
Wild turkey.
Tell us about that turkey you're going to be preparing.
Wild turkey. I started doing this because I think that the deep fried turkey is way overrated. I think one thing, it's very dangerous, and
I agree.
So many people get burned every year from doing a deep fried turkey. I do it in a brine. It's much more moist, and I put a bottle of wild turkey in that brine with it, and it just comes alive, makes it explodes in your mouth with moisture. And what we're doing is we're also doing a bourbon-soaked dried fig mixture in the stuffing. So that sweetness and that bourbon flavor comes out in the stuffing, and adds to the turkey meat. So
then we'll be adding a little bit of sage, right? Thyme, and your typical with the rye. I think the rye will be
rye bread with French bread, and don't use a mix. Let's do it the right way.
Do it the right way, homemade, right, Amanda?
From scratch is easy.
From scratch is easy. Okay, just like there's your own southern recipe we're making for you. Good deal.
The best way to brine a turkey is in an ice chest, because you can put a bag of ice in with the brine and keep the turkey below the temperature danger zone. Okay? The turkey needs to stay in the brine at a certain temperature for about 12 hours. So if you put a bag of ice in with the brine in an ice chest, you're safe. It's a cup of salt and a cup of sugar to 1 gallon of water. So what I've done is I've put about 5 gallons in here. It should be enough to cover the turkey. I've got about 5 to 6 gallons of water in this cooler. I'm doing 1 cup of salt to 1 gallon of water. Wait, the dog. All right, 6 cups to about 6 gallons of water, and you equal that with sugar. The salt dissolving in the water. Now here's the key ingredient. Right here, baby. Wild turkey. This is the ingredient for wild turkey. I think this is a 12-pound turkey from Arlen's.
Oh, wow.
Pour it in the cavity. You pour it all over.
Well, don't waste all of it.
No. It's all going to be good now. There we go. Now dump it in there. We're going to add a bag of ice in here because it's going to sit overnight. And then we just wait until tomorrow.
Well, Fred, are you watering down the turkey one more time? Turkey, Thanksgiving, holidays goes good with your favorite beverage.
Tell you what.
What are we drinking here from Arlen's today? Southern Star.
Made in Conroe, Texas, by the way. Here's to the beginning of a
Southern
great
Star.
holiday season.
Drive carefully, don't drink and drive.
That's right.
Quick. Wow, the turkey looks excellent, Bo.
Thank you. Yes.
What have you done here? I mean,
Hey, well, everybody's got their different ways of doing turkey. I took it out of the brine and washed it off very well. Left it in the cooler overnight on ice. This morning, I melted some butter with some olive oil, with some thyme and rosemary, and went underneath the skin. And if you can't do it by hand, if it's a little
how do you separate? You just
I use a
spatula,
and I come up underneath. And I push, I separate the tissue from the meat all through here, even on the legs. And then I just put the melted the butter, olive oil, thyme all through it, got it really nice and moist. And I put some Italian. If you look in here, you can see.
I can see the Italian parsley.
Italian parsley.
Man, it gives you a nice look too.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. At 475 for 20 minutes, and then I shot it down to the temperature down to 350. Now, everybody says these days, do not put dressing inside the turkey. I've been doing it forever, and so instead of doing it this year, I've just tried it. I made my dressing outside the turkey, and I felt it was a little dry. So I went ahead and cooked the turkey. Then I put the cooked dressing in the turkey. Now I'm going to pop it back in for another 20 minutes because it's not quite done on the inside. I cooked this before I stuffed it.
Good.
And now I'm going to let the juices take over and give the dressing that flavor that we all remember when we were kids, when our grandparents and parents used to stuff the turkey with the dressing.
Right.
So.
And I remember you told me that you're really big on the temperature, that it has to be 165. Make sure you check the temperature.
Absolutely. That's so important.
The turkey is cooked all the way through. Yeah. The temperature gauges, you can buy those at Arlen's.
Oh, absolutely. Arlen's has these.
Well, one thing too, I want to talk about how nice this looks in the colors. You were in charge of the turkey, so you did a great job here. But look at this. What do you have here? Celery, onions. You surrounded the turkey with a plethora of.
It's au jus. The juices from the turkey are going to come out, and so you just chop some onions, some big chunks.
Yeah, I like that.
And some carrots and some celery, and just put it around here like that. Let it cook in the juices, and then you can use this along with your dressing when the turkey comes out. Just one other thing. You notice I've got some butcher's twine here. A lot of times when you're cooking the turkey, just tucking the legs in here is not enough because they pull out. And you want to compress that turkey. You want to pull it in as tight as you can. And also the wings here. Now you can tuck them up underneath, or you can take butcher's twine, pull the legs in close, and the front legs and the wings in close.
Well, what I like the uniformity.
Yeah, and it makes it more an even bake. It really works. Throw it back in for a minute. I can't wait to taste it.
I'm going to try something again a little bit different. We use spaghetti squash. That's one thing I like. I know you like it.
Yeah.
But this is real simple. You just put it in the oven, right? Cook it at 350 for about 40 minutes, and it'll be ready. And add a little salt, pepper, and butter if you like.
You put water in the bottom of the pan so it keeps moisture in the oven. Like this, all over.
That's great.
Right? I mean, it's a little crude, but hey, it doesn't matter. You're in your kitchen, you're having fun. Spaghetti squash. So, here it is. Butter, brown sugar,
Salt, a little kosher salt. You use kosher salt, I'd say quite a bit. You taste the flavor better, or a little bit
I just
texture.
And
a little pepper. Yeah. Black pepper.
Yeah.
Hey, looks good.
Here it is.
Now you're gonna leave that uncovered.
I'm gonna leave it uncovered. It's personal preference.
Yeah.
I mean, you could cover it with foil and it would maybe steam it more.
Okay.
But it's gonna happen in the oven. It doesn't really matter. There's water in the bottom of the pan.
Great. Let's put it in. How long?
20, 30 minutes. 30 minutes. Sorry.
Okay.
At 400.
So about a half hour at 400. Perfect.
Mm-hmm.
That's great. That's good. Well, Amanda, I see that you've got a combination of bread here, right? What do we have?
French and rye, just cubed, about 10 cups worth.
And the oven's ready to go?
Oven 400 degrees, and then you just want to toast it.
Preheated though, preheated, right?
Preheated.
Okay.
Until golden brown.
Okay. And how long would that be approximately?
Probably about 10 minutes.
Okay, great. Well, we got time for that. Let's have another drink.
Let's have another drink.
The most important things about this stuffing is the figs. The bourbon soaked figs. Yeah, when we do the figs, it's kind of fun. Because,
We're working on right now.
Yeah.
Amanda's got the breadcrumbs being toasted in the oven.
Right.
It should be ready anytime soon.
Right.
And I'm still working on getting some fresh celery. Celery is really good in a dressing. It really gives a nice taste.
Well, it adds a lot of moisture, and it is. It's good.
And while we're chopping this up, I see you're working on the figs.
Yes,
also,
indeed.
so right now we're really working towards the dressing. And in the dressing, we're going to have a little bit of sage.
Right?
And of course, your wonderful medjool dates, which are incredibly tasting. A Middle Eastern special.
Man.
And we've got some thyme that we're going to be putting in for a little bit of the flavor. And of course, you know, a dressing wouldn't be a dressing without sage, and I think that's appropriate.
Absolutely, absolutely.
And it's a homemade, simple dressing that you can make at home, as you'll see in just a few minutes, and not very expensive.
Absolutely not.
You know, if you don't have the dates, you can substitute it with raisins, cranberries.
It was dried figs.
Well, I mean,
That's what I put in there.
figs in Texas, I mean, they go hand in hand.
Oh,
I think
man.
that really complements the dressing. It's like an oyster dressing.
Yeah.
This, I think it's a more flavorful with, I think,
Oh,
the
man.
walnuts we're going to have in there.
That's
the bread,
right.
different types of breads.
And you soak them in a little bourbon, and it just brings out that flavor and some butter, and then you throw them in with the stuffing, and it just makes it come alive, man. I'm telling you, it explodes in your mouth.
Well,
It's great.
here's to the dressing.
You're gonna love it. You're gonna love it.
Let me try one of these figs.
And here's to all of our armed forces. My son's a Marine, and here's to them this Thanksgiving.
Here. I also want to thank our sponsors, Jay Hilburn,
Yep.
which designed our blue collar shirt, so you can see.
Yeah.
I want to thank
Great
them.
shirts.
Also want to thank Arlen's Market,
Arms is great.
Bader Houston Magazine, and of course Brett and Jeff out here today filming. Good job, men. Well, I also see we've got here some Italian parsley, which you picked out.
Yes.
And I know your friend Elizabeth was here, and she taught us about many of the attributes of Italian parsley.
Yeah.
Ever since then, I've been using it a lot in my food. Not only as a garnish, but also it adds a little bit of taste to the stuffing, and, and we're going to add a little bit of that in here as well.
Oh, nice and brown. Look at that. Oh, yes. Oh, I'm loving it.
Is it good?
Yeah.
Hey, share with friends. Hey.
Just a little bit of rye.
Toasted rye. How can you do that?
This is the key to a good stuffing. I discovered it last year in Juba, Sudan. Wild turkey they do have in Juba, Sudan, but that's about it though.
And what does it cost over there?
You know what? Not too much more.
Really?
Really not.
That's good.
Yep.
Drink more whiskey.
You're right. Well, that's all they do over there. So they had nothing for me to make a dressing with for the turkey. So I found figs, dried figs, and
Wait.
Really interesting.
Yeah, do they have turkeys in?
Yeah, they have turkeys in Sudan. Are you kidding? Now look at this. Yeah.
What about Ethiopia?
Dried figs in butter and bourbon. Saute them over a hot flame. I'm gonna flambe them in a second. There we go. Caramelizes the sugar, gets rid of the alcohol.
Nice aroma.
It just really brings out the fig flavor.
Man, that's looking good, brother. Let's don't set the house on fire
Oh,
for
yeah.
Thanksgiving.
Got to get all the alcohol out of there, burn it all off. As you can see, there's a lot of alcohol in wild turkey. But you see how now it's starting to get really caramelized and real sticky? It's burning off all that alcohol, but leaving the flavor of the bourbon in, and that's the most important thing. Now it's just getting sugary and buttery. Good stuff. That's so good.
Yeah, that is good. I'm gonna tell you what
I know, I mean, you can just eat it by yourself. Throw a little salt on there, not too much, because as things cook, they get saltier, so you gotta be really careful salting.
Yeah, they have the
food
natural
before.
salts, you know, right? A lot of the vegetables and things we eat, because in the earth there's natural salts.